Hi, I'm Denise Miller, your Leadership Lady Live. We're in week 10 of our fourth quarter challenge for 2025. This week, we're speaking about relationships. Today, we're going to speak about relationship centered team culture. Team member relationships are so important because teams can have the most talented individuals, the best strategies, the biggest budgets, but they will falter when team members don't trust each other, don't communicate well, that they don't genuinely care about each other. That is so important. At the end of the day, teams are families. Strong families are built on the quality of the relationships among the family members. Heading into 2026, let's look at some things that we can do to build relationship culture in teams. First of all, relationships require time, not just proximity or shared work. Often people can work side by side for years and they remain strangers. Relationship building requires intentional time, human time. Build in regular relationship time, whether it's team lunches where work talk is off limits, or check ins that start with what's going on in your life before diving into specific tasks, or even periodic offsites that include unstructured time for people to just talk and get to know each other. The second lesson is that we can ensure that it is safe for team members to share authentically. Can people bring their whole selves to your team, or do they have to perform in a certain professional manner to be considered as productive? The strongest teams are the ones where people can say, I'm struggling, or I made a mistake, or I don't know, or I need help without fear of it being held against them. Create that safety by modeling it first as the leader. Share your own challenges. Admit when you don't know something, when you don't have the answers. Normalize imperfection because when someone is vulnerable and you honor it, you acknowledge it, and you thank them for sharing and ask them what they need, you help build that relationship based team culture. The third lesson is to address relationship breakdowns within the team. Do it immediately. Don't let things get away and out of hand. Don't avoid the conflicts. When tension exists and everyone pretends that it doesn't, it kills your team cohesiveness because people naturally choose sides. Some signs of a fragmented team culture are passive aggressive comments or behaviors, people avoiding collaboration, people declining to work with each other, and performance of the team declining as well. Your job as the leader is to address the issues, address them gently, but specifically. Don't sweep things under the rug. Don't hide things. But clearly state something like, I'm sensing some tension here and I want to address it because it's affecting the entire team. So often, two people may have what the kids would call beef with each other, but they think it's just between them when it's actually poison that's spreading throughout the team. And you must call it out because you cannot solve what you will not name. The fourth lesson is to celebrate your relationship strengths in the team. Start noticing and naming relational strengths. When you say to Jim, I noticed how you supported Tom when he was overwhelmed. Or Sarah, thank you so much for jumping in and helping Mary with that task. That's the kind of team we're building. The way you two solved problems together was excellent. When you celebrate it, you reinforce it. You also signal that relationships matter in your space. The fifth lesson is this: invest in relationship skills training. We invest in technical skills training all the time, but how often do we invest in skills training for communications or conflict resolution or emotional intelligence or giving and receiving of feedback. Now, I'll stop to tell you that I specialize in that kind of work with teams in communications and behavioral training, in team cohesiveness training, and in helping teams and leaders to function at their best. Please do get in touch with me. I would love to share with you some of the work that I do. Also, I do have a complimentary team culture assessment for you to determine where your team may need certain kinds of encouragement or training. We call these soft skills, but they're really essential skills for team. And I ask you to commit to this action plan for the rest of the month. First of all, assess the state of the current relationships on your team. Assess honestly. Are there tensions? Is there distance? Is there a lack of trust? Name what you see. Second thing is to create one intentional relationship building practice that you can use with your team. When they trust each other, when they bring out the best in one another, and they collaborate. That kind of team doesn't happen by accident. It happens by design and intention, built through your consistent relationship centered leadership. I encourage you to take one step this week and to share in the comments what step you're taking. Once again, I remind you to hit the thumbs up or the heart, to like, subscribe to my channel, follow me, and remember to share this video with someone who can use it and invite someone to join you for the last several weeks of our challenge. Have a great weekend.